Now start streaming. Oh. Oh. Mmm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. What's up, Ben? What's good, my bro? My broski. That's good. Mmm. Mm-mm. Chicken. Alright, get me chat out on my phone. All together for the night. Hello, MTS. What's good, bro? What's good, broski? Good to hear, Ben. Very well, mate. Hiya, Harry. You alright, mate? How are we? I'm doing good, Ben. Doing good. You know what's not doing good? My internet on my phone won't connect. Very well, thank you. Very well indeed, mate. Why does it do top messages? Why doesn't it do all messages? Fucking hell. Stupid. Can I send you the new Spurs Stadium download before I start building? If I have it, yeah. If I have it, I can do exactly that. I do have it, yeah. I'll just put it in chat. Anybody who wants it can take it. Indeedy. What's happening with the quality stream on my end? 144 pixels, really? Fucking hell. Living in the early 2000s. Oh dear, if anybody didn't know, I'm building an NFL stadium. Just in case you didn't know. I'm sure most of you probably do know that. Especially now you're looking at it. I'm aware that most of you probably knew that anyway, but I am actually building a NFL stadium. Hang on. Can't hear my music. Just making sure. I want to get banned. The way. Right. Fill command won't work for me. I've tried and I've tried again. I don't know why. I don't know why it doesn't do it anymore. Fill command just doesn't work on PC for me no more. I don't know why. I don't understand. So right now, what we're doing is we're just gonna have to fill it manually. Boring, but needs doing. This stadium was supposed to be finished for March. Cologne was supposed to be finished for February. And I have another stadium that I started not too long ago, but I have actually just about finished. But I'm going to hang on to it and get this and Cologne finished as well. Cologne's about 90% done. This not so much. But yeah, get these two finished and then get my May stadium finished, which was supposed to be finished in May. And the Coventry Building Society Arena finish as well. Once all of those are finished, I'll start releasing them like more regularly, like every fortnight or something. The pace I'm on, if I don't get any big interventions, should be able to have them finished by like mid-May. All of them. Anyway, guess what? We're going to Wembley. Order our tickets this week. Our tickets don't go on sale until Thursday. So first thing on Thursday morning, we're going to be going and getting our tickets. I say going to get them. We're going to order them online. Here we are. So yes, indeed, yes. We are going to Wembley. We're gonna lose by like 15 goals to 0 to Manchester City. Hey, somebody's got to, haven't they? Somebody's got to lose to them. While we're at it, we're gonna get promoted. We won at Norwich on Saturday. Middlesbrough lost at Huddersfield on Saturday. Good days, good times. I mean, Luton won, but it's not too big a deal, is it? Yo, what's good, Alvid? How are we doing, bro? Stadium is missing some things. What is the stadium missing, mate? Or do you mean Tottenham? If you mean Tottenham, I did it about 5 years ago. If I ever rebuild Tottenham, it'll include everything that it has in it. One thing to bear in mind, Harry, about that Tottenham stadium is it was built before the stadium was actually built in real life. So, I don't even think they'd started construction on the stadium when I built it. So, or they were at like very early doors. So when I actually built it, I just took one of the two like proposed designs. It turned out to be the wrong one. Yeah, there's a lot of things missing from it, but this is back when I first started making stadiums, Tottenham. Like it's way back when. I didn't really include very much like back then. It's just a basic design. Right now, I'll build everything in a stadium. Yo, what's good, Hunter? How was your tour of the UK, mate? I'll build everything in a stadium, mate. I'll do the support beams, hold the stadium up. I'll do all of the intricate designs, all of the stands, all of the lounges and executive areas, and then I'll build all of the surrounding areas and whatnot. Yeah, Alvid, you're right. I can use fill command, but whenever I try to fill, it just comes up with a message in red on my screen saying cannot place blocks outside of world. I don't know what that means because I'm not placing blocks outside of world, but it just doesn't work. It's like 9 times out of 10 it won't work, and that one time it'll work a bit. It'll fill a bit in, but it won't fill it all in. So just when push comes to shove, I'll just fill it in manually. It is what it is. But yeah, it's missing the cockerel, Harry. You're right. You started this ages ago and you only finished the first tier. Yeah, I do that with a lot of stadiums. I start stadiums, and then I just can't. I can't be asked to finish them sometimes, just the way it is. I get bored of playing Minecraft usually, and then when I come back to it, I can't be asked to carry on with it. So I start doing different stadiums, and it's like, you know, yeah, not loading trunks properly. Yeah, it's something like that. I don't really know what it is. I don't know how to fix it either. I thought it had been patched because an update came out for Minecraft not long after it started happening, and then it was working again, and I was like, all right, it's been patched, brilliant. And then one day it just stopped working again, and I don't really know how to get it back, so it just is what it is. Has too many stairs, by the way. What this does? What this stadium has too many stairs? Do you think? Or do you mean the Tottenham Stadium? Oh, do you mean your Toyota Stadium? Your Toyota is going very well so far. You're worried about the roof? It'll be really hard. Yeah, I was really worried about doing that roof as well. I started building it again at the same time I was building Porto. And I'd just about finished like the 2 side stands and the stands behind the net, and I was ready to start on the roof. But I had an application on my PC back then called Medal. Medal is something like you clip games with, for anybody who doesn't know. It's kind of like, you know, on Xbox you can clip games, or PlayStation you get the PS Vita, I think it's called. You clip stuff with that. It's kind of like similar to that. It's an app you get on your PC. I used to use that, but for some reason, Medal started lagging all my games out that I played on. Not just Minecraft, like everything started lagging out with it. So I uninstalled Medal, and when I uninstalled it, it also broke another app I use called Give Your Game to click things in Rocket League, and it deleted like 3 of my worlds on Minecraft. Not really sure why, but Toyota Stadium was one of the ones it deleted, and I'm like, oh. I'd done that much work on it, and back then I didn't use to I didn't use to back up my world, so if it deleted something, it was like, it's gone. Like now, I make sure I make an extra copy of everything that I make, just in case. Just in case, like I've not got Medal installed anymore, so it won't happen through that, but just on the off chance that it does ever get deleted for whatever reason, you know, I've still got a backup save of it then. I do that with every stadium, so, well, with every world. So when you look on my, like, worlds, I've got, like, 90 worlds now, but I haven't really, I've only got 45. I've just got, like, 45 copies as well. Will I ever do a rugby pitch for it as well? What, for the Rico Arena? Potentially, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do with this. Like, because I know they do play football at this stadium as well, so I've already got it marked out. When I made this pitch, I didn't make a new pitch. I just took the pitch, like, from the football pitch that I had. Where you see these orange blocks, that's marked out where the corners are on my football pitches. And then I made this pitch around it. Deleted the old pitch. So whenever this is finished, like fully finished, I'll have 2 versions. So I'll have this one as it is, and I'll have the one with the football pitch instead. Which is why I've got the orange blocks in place, so I know where to start for my markings. Because as I'm sure everybody already knows, when I make new stadiums, new football stadiums, I have a pre-made pitch already that I just start on, so I don't have to remake the pitch every time. That's why I've got it marked out, so I remember where everything is. I don't usually have to remake the pitch. When will the Rico Arena be done? Well, initially I was going to stream that again today. It's only really got that expedition area where we do, is it tennis or badminton or something stupid like that, hockey or whatever. Like that expedition area. I've only really got that to do, and I have to rework the concourses because I've done the concourses wrong. And aside from that, it's just like local surrounding areas then, so it's not that far off. Have I built Ashton Gate yet? I haven't, but Matt has. The Architect 1995, if anybody doesn't know him, sorry. I'm sure most people do. He has built it. It's one that I've always looked at, and I've always thought it's a really nice stadium. I made a video on TikTok about a year ago where I put out like my favourite championship stadium. Well, I ranked all 24 stadiums, I think. It was either the start of this season or towards the end of last season. Anyway, I put Ashton Gate as my number 1. Like, I think championship stadiums, I think it's the nicest to look at aesthetically. It's just a clean design. It's got that one old manky stand that's sort of falling apart and whatnot, wherever your away fans sit. But I think it adds tradition, it adds value to the stadium. I think it adds a different quality instead of just being like a brand spanking new stadium. You know, like it looks a little bit like Anfield, like on the big tier. And Anfield's a really nice stadium, but all 4 sides are quite modern. Like at Bramall Lane, all 4 sides are quite modern. So I think the fact that 3 sides are really modern, 1 side isn't, it kind of adds like a different touch to it, a little bit of difference. And I like that. I like that in the stadium. It's got tradition and it's got modern values as well. And I like that. I think it looks good. We work well together. I think we work really well together. Yeah, Ben, were you saying that your Toyota Arena has so many stairs, or this stadium has so many stairs? I'll tell you what was the hardest thing for me when I was doing the Toyota Stadium. It was that second tier behind the goal. It's sort of circular, but it's not. It's more like an oval, I guess. Not really circular. It's more like an oval. A bit like how Wembley goes on the second tier, which is another reason I haven't built Wembley. A lot of people have asked me to do Wembley, and I just look at it and I'm like, Like, as someone who doesn't use World Edit and also doesn't use any sort of command blocks or anything like that to design shapes, just does it purely off of apps online or off of like, sometimes I freestyle it, it depends Depends on the size of the corner. Usually the small corners I can freestyle. When they're on large scales like this, I don't even bother trying to freestyle it. I just use the apps. But as someone who doesn't use anything like that, making certain stadiums is very difficult. I'm not 100% sure, Harry. I've got to finish. I've got to finish this. I've got to finish Cologne. They're my first two priorities, especially Cologne. I mean, Cologne's very nearly done anyway. It's like 90% done. It's only a few surrounding trees and a couple of roads that I need to do. Done all of the inside. I need to do the changing rooms too, but I've done all of the inside. I've done all of the lounges and executive areas, and I've done all of the stands and all of the like local outside area, but not the surrounding roads and trees. You just sent me the stand that you just sent you the stand you were talking. Okay. Will I ever make an MLB stadium? What's MLB? Is it Major League Baseball? Will I do changing rooms in Marico? Yeah, I will. So what I try to do now with my changing rooms is I try to get the pictures of the changing rooms that I'm looking for, or look on sometimes on Google Earth. You see them, and I do try to make them like as authentic as I can. But sometimes you can't find the correct pictures. So if I can't, I'll just wing it and make something a little bit more generic. I'll try and make something that looks good, but my own designs are usually pretty trash. But for the stadium that I started a stadium last week and it's nearly done already. It's not very big, but it's a real existing stadium. It's not very big, but I found pictures of the changing rooms and I think they're pretty authentic. Major League Baseball. I don't know. I mean, for me, I usually make stadiums when I either enjoy the sport or enjoy like the stadium design. And when it comes to baseball, honestly, I don't really like the design of baseball stadiums all that much. But you never know. Maybe in the future, maybe I will. But right now, it's not in my immediate plans. Can you look at the Rico Arena? Yeah, I will show it in a little while. I mean, I'd show it now, but usually when I start showing other stadiums, I get distracted and I keep showing them, and I get distracted from like the actual building that I'm doing. I do that every time we stream, so I'll do it in a little bit if that's alright. Not long left of this. It's not all just gonna be filling in grey wool on this. I'll be doing some of the stands as well shortly. Did I miss a comment? I might have missed a comment. Why don't I just edit the current one and re-release it on YouTube with a download link? I could do, but my scale of pictures on the Tottenham one was different to what it is now. I think it was bigger. And the outside would need tearing out completely. The roof would be completely torn out and they'd be remade. And then the stands would be changed a bit, and then I'd just like, when all is said and done, it'd be a lot easier for me to just like start it again, to be honest. There's a Nissan and Toyota Stadium in the US and also in Japan. Yes, I did know that. When I searched for the Nissan Stadium, when I first came across the stadium, what I did is something that I've started doing with a few like off-key projects, because you know I'm like traditionally I do football stadiums, and traditionally I do like English football stadiums more than any others, but I do sometimes dabble in German or Spanish stadiums here and there. I wanted to do an NFL stadium, but I never actually like been to an NFL stadium or anything like that. So I got Google Maps out and I picked a random location in the US. I just started like hovering my mouse around a little bit, you know, as you do, just sort of like this, and I stopped and I'm like, there, we're in Tennessee. So we had a look around like different areas in Tennessee, and there was a few areas. Nashville, I thought Nashville have got a football team, haven't they? So I went into Nashville. I had a look, and the very first stadium I saw was this one, and I thought, you know what, it looks really nice. I'm gonna build it, and that was it. I made a decision there, and that's it. Here we are now. Oh, you're in Cornwall. Oh my, it's very nice in Cornwall. We used to go camping in Devon when I was really young. I'm talking like 25 years ago or something, a bit less, about 20 years ago. But But yeah, I used to go camping in Devon. It was always really nice. And yeah, I knew there was a Toyota Stadium in the US. Is it like Dallas or something that's a Toyota Stadium? DC United, something like that. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. Or it's like the Audi Stadiums. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with a lot of American stadiums. But yeah, I didn't know there's a Toyota Stadium there, because every time I used to search for Toyota Stadium, the first one that would come up is the one in the US. But the Toyota Stadium in Japan is in the city of Toyota. And I'm assuming it's called Toyota Stadium because it's in the city of Toyota, but I'm also assuming that's where Toyota cars are actually like manufactured in Toyota. I'm assuming that. Pre-season games in Seattle and the Upper Morphe. I don't know what that is. It's like it's like nothing like the other sports teams near me. Oh yeah. How was Wembley, Hunter? How was your tour? We're gonna Wembley in how long? We are gonna Wembley in 2 weeks on Saturday, playing the 22nd. We play against Manchester City. Oh, atmosphere. Oh, wicked. Sorry, I wasn't familiar with apomorphine. Oh yeah, I love atmospheres at stadiums. We went to Norwich at the weekend, and their atmosphere was pretty good, to be fair. You got good fans, Norwich. Always got good fans. So man, are we? Always pack the stadiums. They're always quite loud. And for once, we'd been to a stadium where we could have banter with the home fans. Like, they were getting big mouth and we were giving it back. No one was really taking it too seriously, except for this one dude in his white night jacket in the other end, you know. Oh, look at me, fug life. Like, bruh. This one guy took himself too seriously, but, you know. Audi Sports Park in Germany. Who plays at the Audi Sports Park? I don't think I'm familiar with this. Yeah, it's very nice, isn't it? I've never been to Wembley for a tour. I've only ever been for Sheffield United matches. I've been 3 times to Wembley for Sheffield United matches, and we've lost all 3 times. And we're going back for a 4th time this month. I've been for 2 playoffs. One in the Championship against Burnley. We lost 1-0. Wade Elliott scored. One against Huddersfield in the League One playoffs in 2012. And we lost on goalkeeper penalties of all things. It went right through to the last 2 penalties from the goalkeepers. Their goalkeeper scored, our goalkeeper skied it. Oh, beautiful. Not very good memories. And then we went in 2014 as well when we played against, or was it 2015? One of those 2. When we played against Hull City. They were Premier League, we were League One. It was the FA Cup semi-final. We scored, went 1-0 up, 1-1. Went 2-1 up before half-time, brilliant. And then, before you knew it, we were 4-2 down in the 90th minute. And then we scored, 4-3, fantastic, game on again. And we conceded from kick-off, so, you know, we lost 5-3 at Wembley. Wasn't a very good day out, but it was really warm. I think all 3 times we've been, it's been really warm. So, you know, this time when we play Man City, it'll be raining. Yeah, we'll be on the bottom tier, I think, if we can get the tickets that we want. Like, on the equivalent of Wembley, we'll be like around this sort of area, I'd have thought. Like on the Wembley equivalent. That's what we're hoping for. Can I show you the Rico Arena? Yeah, I can do, to be fair. I'll quickly show you. Mercedes-Benz Arena is at Atlanta, yeah, I know. Atlanta's like it's huge, absolutely huge. I remember when was it Holder who built it? And then you got Stuttgart as well. And the only reason I know the Mercedes-Benz Stadium is Stuttgart, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. One's Mercedes-Benz Arena and one's Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And the stadium, I only know that because I used to have a manager career at Stuttgart on FIFA. And that's where we played. I haven't done the changing rooms yet. I haven't done the changing rooms, and the reason I haven't done the changing rooms yet is because I want to get this expedition thing on this side completed before I actually build anything inside of it. I always like to get the exterior finished before I build the interior, if I can. In most portions. Oh, what's good, Ross? How we doing, bro? So yeah, that is a Rico. Wasps. I remember when we first started building this, the stadium had just been changed to wasps. And I remember struggling to find pictures of that. But I think in terms of authenticity, authenticity and realism, I think this is up there with one of the most realistic looking like stadiums I've built, like in comparison to the actual place. On the seating plan, I think it looks very, very similar. Will I build a rugby pitch? Yes. Once everything's finished, I'll install the rugby pitch final, like the final thing I do. Like any stadium that I build from now on that's going to have multiple fields on it, I will be finishing everything else prior to building the secondary field. Otherwise, if I build the secondary field first, then I have to build everything else around it twice. So it makes more sense to build everything around it first and then install the thing. If anyone wants any sort of comparison, where am I here? Where are we here? I was just messing around on Google Maps. We're on a little island somewhere between like Spain and the US somewhere, Puerto Rico, wherever it is. Nova Scotia. Where is Nashville? Right there. Stadium is right here. So if anybody wants some sort of comparison for what we're doing, like what we've just done there is this left hand side on the, no, right hand side on the picture. So yeah, what we've just been filling in is the black bit of this, and where this screen is and whatnot, I'll fill that in eventually. Same on this side. We have a juvenile court on that side. A lot of what surrounds this stadium is just like open land and car parks and stuff, so how much I'll actually fill in, I'm not really sure. I think I want to put the juvenile court in. I don't know if I'll do the interior to that in great detail. I'll do the interior, I just don't know if it'll be greatly detailed. But because of a lot of it's like very open spaces, I think I'll probably do it up to like where this road starts, like finish up to that road, and then I don't think I'll do the interstate. I think I'll just do it around that road there. And then like around this corner bit, down to there, like down there, down here, down this road, down past this river walk something. Otherwise I'm gonna end up putting like the full canal in, like river and all of the surrounding buildings. So I like to have a cut-off point. So what we're looking at right now, and this could always change, is that road down to there, that road up to there, that down to here, cut inside, come down all the way around, and then everything in that area will be like built, is the idea. I'm gonna be honest with you, I couldn't tell you when our next build. It depends when I can be bothered to stream, because a lot of the time it's more like I'm just not motivated to stream. I used to really enjoy streaming, I'm just not that motivated to do it these days. I think too much of one thing is sometimes quite bad. Like, I used to stream 4 or 5 times a week, and I think it's very deflating doing it because I have to make sure I'm ready at that time and everything's like in place. And sometimes I can't be asked to play, but I still do it because I promised people I'd stream. So I'm sort of in a position now where I don't want to overdo myself, so it's more like when I feel like doing it, I will try and do it a bit more often. If a minute I'm doing it like once a month or something, I might try and do it once or twice a week if I can. But I can't guarantee any times. So as you can see, there's 2 tunnel things on the front. I think they're tunnels. They might not be. They might be like disability seating, but then that wouldn't make sense because the disability seating's up here, and also there's only stairs. So they might be like tunnel things. I'm not really sure. They're on both sides, so I'm not gonna put them in yet. I'm gonna they're gonna be like a finishing touch that I put in. As you can also see on this side, there is like little staircases leading down to the pitch. They'll also be included from these ones here. Will also be included towards the end. One of the images, you know when you can enlarge images on Google Earth, like using these little dot things. I'm not sure which one it is, but one of them's actually a Taylor Swift concert. Let's see if it's this one. It's not this one, but one of them's actually a Taylor Swift concert, right at the stadium. Look, like these, I don't think they're tunnels, I don't really know what they are, but like little sections. Little standing sections or something. I don't really know what these are either. They might be turnstiles. I can tell you, like, the way that American stadiums are designed in comparison to European stadiums is vastly different. But having said that, despite being an avid fan of most European stadiums, I'm quite fond of the design of American stadiums in general. You see these walls here, I think I need to increase the size of them, so I don't think I've done them big enough. I think there's too much space between these walls and this. One thing I can tell you for certain, something that I've just seen, I haven't actually noticed before, is these two pillars behind the Nissan bit. Not a tunnel, it's like a standing area, is it? Fair enough. Fair enough, mate. You're hoping to start Brockville Park at some point this week. Just continue the classic stadium trend that Matt started. Where's Brockville Park? Would be the last one I checked, wouldn't it? Have I been to a rugby match before? I haven't been to a rugby match. I do plan on doing more kinds of sports this year. I've done 2 ice hockey matches this year. I've thoroughly enjoyed both of them, to be fair. I'm quite fond of ice hockey. I think it's a fun sport. It's a little bit cringe in the UK. It's more like a family sport. It's more for young children, I guess. It's a bit cringy, but the chants are really cringy. But aside from that, the experience is very fun. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed going. And I'll definitely do more. I've now done a home game and an away game with Sheffield Steelers. Our first game was an away game. It was Nottingham Panthers away. It's like a local rivalry. And our second game was at home to Cardiff Devils. So from there we have 1, 2, 3, 4 going back. And from that one we go 2, 1, 2. Right, I think I got that. I'll probably implement them standing areas towards the end. One, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 1, 2. What's everybody been up to recently? Anybody done anything interesting? Most creative chance. Yeah, I think that's fair to say, to be fair. That's fair analysis. Oh, my arm. My wrist really hurts. I think I got like a limp wrist or something. So that's a ZZ2. That is a 1-1 treble Z. Let me just make sure that matches up. German fans are wild. I watched, I don't really watch Fogden much, but I did watch his vlog from Hanover and Eintracht Braunschweig. Their fans were incredible, Hanover. Actually, somebody who was on our coach the other day, Gunnar Norwich, I don't really know why he was on our coach. I've never seen him in my life, to be honest, but he's actually from Hanover. And goes to Hanover matches, and it's like, oh, it's fair enough. I don't know who you all like, but fair enough. It's wicked, man. The atmosphere looks insane, man. I've done that round, by the way, what I've just done on the other side. Oops. That's still wrong. I think that's right. Let's go and compare it. Yeah, German fans look really good. And me and a few friends do actually plan on going to some European games in the next year or so. Some of the stadiums we're planning to go to. We're planning to go to the San Siro before it closes, before it gets knocked down. So we want to do the San Siro. We want to whether this is actually going to the matches or just visiting the stadiums or touring the stadiums or whatever. In the same stint when we go to the San Siro, we want to watch a football match at the San Siro for the experience. But for the rest, for me at least, it doesn't matter whether we're just touring them, visiting them, or actually going to a match. But I'd like to go to Torino, Juventus, Como, Monza, Brescia, and Perugia as well if I can. And then in Germany, we're wanting to do a full like Rhine area. We want to do like Cologne and Mönchengladbach and Bremen and Dortmund and Leverkusen, Schalke, Bochum, Dusseldorf. You know, that sort of like region. It looks really good. Like some of the places we want to go to. It's just expensive, that's all. But hopefully starting a new job in the next like sort of 2 months or so. Better pay, so yeah, if I do get the job, be able to do more. Worst atmosphere. Now, I'm glad you said atmosphere, otherwise I'd have just given you my worst stadium. So worst stadium is undoubtedly Luton. Kenilworth Road, it's just a dump. I like it because, as I say, I love traditional stadiums, but it is a dump and you can't argue with that. However, for atmosphere, Luton fans aren't really that bad. Watford fans were pretty atrocious, to be fair. Home and away, Watford fans were really, really quiet. We played them first game of the season, no atmosphere. We played them not too long ago, and it was really, really fucking poor atmosphere at home, like at home to Watford. But I think, for me, Blackburn are pretty poor as well. Blackburn don't deliver much inside of atmosphere, in terms of atmosphere. You got to give some honourable mentions to some teams. Middlesbrough are always quite loud. Sunderland are always loud. Norwich are always loud. You know, some teams are just naturally loud fans. They just have good support home and away. Get big numbers. Get a lot of fans getting behind the team. And I enjoy that. I think it's nice. You feed off of each other. When the away fans are loud, the home fans are usually loud. So you kind of like feed off of each other. I think the best ever like set of fans that I've seen when we've gone away from home. And I don't know if it's just because it's a derby match or if it's like genuinely how we are every week. But from what I understand, it's how we are every week, to be fair. And that's Leeds. Leeds are always like the loudest we ever face. Leeds are so loud. Dusseldorf Stadium looks like a delivery box. It's very weird, isn't it? Dusseldorf Stadium. It's like different. It's like Brentford. It's like multicoloured seats. That's something that put me off of building it, to be fair. Cause I like the stadium design, but the colour schemes lets it down. It's like Arminia Bielefeld. I think their stadium looks very nice as well, the Schicker Arena. But again, the colour scheme is very quite depressing and quite off-putting. I'll tell you, one of the worst looking stadiums in European top flight football for me is Udinese. If anybody's ever seen their stadium, or if you haven't, go and check it out. It is, it's not nice. Not nice to look at. I've already genuinely already forgot what I was gonna do. So it goes 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Yeah, anybody done anything really exciting recently? Mystery in me. 2, 1. What's the worst stadium any of you guys have ever been to? Just like generally speaking, the worst stadium. Like for whatever reason. Oh my god, I've done it wrong. Wow. Only been to your local stadiums. What local stadiums have you got near you? My controller's out. Didn't even know it was running out of power. Fair enough. More you know, eh? Hang on. Oops. Oh, still got a little bit of flu. Don't know where to go in. Right, that one. So right, and there it goes. 1, 2, 1. Oh, this goes 3, 2. That's 3, 2. Let's do that. Those ones first. Look up your local stadium. It's called McLeod Athletic Park Stadium. I will check it out after I've done these walls. Einstein Stadium is the worst. It used to be the best in the Southeast Asia a long time ago. We didn't keep the stadium very good. It's not very dirty. They should have expansion, but we just didn't. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, mate. Any reason they didn't have expansion? Let me remind myself of what's happening here. You mean it is very dirty? Yeah, I want to say I didn't think it really made sense what you said. So it goes 1, 2, 1. Yeah, honestly, I didn't think it made sense. I'm not convinced that's right. Let me just check that. That looks a bit thin. Fair enough. It's correct. Yeah, I thought you might have made a mistake there. Yeah, that's correct. 1, 2, 1. Two, 1, and finally doing 1, 2, 1. One, 2, 1. I thought about. I've considered like potentially streaming on TikTok instead of YouTube from time to time. I mean, still doing it on YouTube, but as well like also on TikTok. But I'm not really sure if like the TikTok content that I produce and the Minecraft content I produce will like go hand in hand. Because like the TikTok content I produce is like football related. It's Sheffield United basically, but it's also like a couple of other clubs here and there. Mainly Sheffield United. It's more like a football vlogging sort of thing, so to speak. So I'm not really sure like Minecraft Stadium streams would fit into that, to be honest. But it is something that I've taken into consideration and might look at doing in the future. Oh, you want me to search at Stadium, don't you? Alright, I'll take a quick look. I'll just have a look on here. In Canada. Oh, it's the other side. It's all the way near, is this the one you were on about? It's all the way near Montana. I had a friend who used to live in Montana. I think he lives in Vegas now. It's a pretty neat design. Cool looking stadium, to be honest. See, I want to build a stadium with an athletic track around it. I just think they're very difficult to build. The tracks, I mean. It's in British Columbia. Oh, BC. So is it near Vancouver? Vancouver's in British Columbia, isn't it? There, yeah. It's not too far. The BC Place Stadium. Used to play it on FIFA. It's got 2 tiers to it, hasn't it? But it only really opens one. I don't really know why. Vancouver Whitecaps. And whatever that is. British Columbia Bears or something it looks like. I'm probably incorrect on that. Don't know the name of it. It looks really nice, Canada, to be honest. Oh my god, British Columbia is massive. I didn't know it was that big. Oh jeez, it's fucking huge. And it's strange how close it is to Vancouver to say how big British Columbia is. It's not far from Montana, is it? Montana's here. I don't really know where in Montana he used to live. All I know is his job had him living out in like a forested area, densely forested area. What's the name of that of a border? There's something there, isn't there? I forgot what it's called. I've had a look at it before. Not any particular reason. The US-Canadian border, this thing here. It's like a sort of archway or something. I never knew there was flags there. That's pretty cool. It's nowhere near what we're looking at though, is it? At Nashville. In Tennessee. In Tennessee. It looks very nice though. You played a high school game at the Beastie Play. Did you really? The track is now blue. Might bear that in mind because I might surprise you by building that. Might. No promises. Your local team stadium is only 3,500 capacity. It's in YUSC. Ooh. What's it called? I've never played at an actual football stadium. Have I? I don't even know if I have. I played for the Sheffield United Community Foundation against the Sheffield Wednesday under-18s team. Under-18s? Under-21s? Something like that. I think it was under-21s. I even scored. I scored and assisted against them. How fucking cool is that? We lost 5-2. We were winning 2-1 at half-time as well. We played at the Sheffield United Academy. It was a charity match. It was like their under-21s reserve team. It wasn't their main team. I think it was under-21s. I can't even remember, to be honest. Anyway, it was in the paper with the team photos and stuff. That was really cool. It's like 8 years ago or something. I got an assist first game. First like 20 minutes or something. Crossed it in, back post, header in, back post. Brilliant. And I tried to do the same thing after I beat the left back on the ball. I wasn't very good at skill, me, but I managed to like take it past him. Left him flat-footed, but he was very fast, and I knew he was catching up to me, so I just tried to launch it in first time. It was quite wet and windy that day, and the wind just sort of took it and it hit the post and went in. I was so gassed about it. And for whatever reason, the manager decided to swap positions second half, and he took me off, didn't bring me back on, and he took our CDM off and put him in goal, and we conceded 4 goals, and we lost 5-2. Don't ask why. Don't ask why he did it. Stadium I looked up holds about 2,500. That's not very big, is it? It's cool though. You know this game you played at the BC Play Stadium? What was it? What kind of sport? Football, like our football. Oh, so I know that's a multi-venue, multi-sport venue. Oops. Oh, we've still got quite a bit to go. As you can see, it's a very big stadium. It's a very big, complicated stadium. It was American football. Oh, okay, so NFL. Like standard. Semi-final playoff game. You played at the BC place for your high school. Oh, nice. How old were you when you played in this game? And how big was the crowd? So I don't know if anybody knows this about me, but I used to make music and I used to perform it on stage when I was in college, and when the biggest crowd I've ever performed in front of was about 400 people or something, and I fucking shit myself. Stage fright is like a big thing for me. It's like I was really scared to do stuff like that back then. Also, it was only a couple of years ago. Oh, fair enough, man. Yeah, like stage fright when I was younger was like a really massive thing for me. I hate getting up on stage and presenting anything in front of anybody. I don't really care now. Like, I think when you grow up and stuff, you just sort of you realise certain things just don't bother you as much. Oh, don't get me wrong. If I were to get in front of like even 3 people on stage now, I'd still shit myself. But whereas back then, like I'd bottle it up, and like if I made a mistake, that'd be it. I'd just stop. Whereas now, I'm just like if I was to do that now and I made a mistake, I'd just get on with it. You gotta remember, those who succeed in life always fail first. And that same like motive can be used in anything, you know. That same like inspiration could be used for anything. Like even if it's something you're gonna fail and like succeed immediately after. Like if you're gonna get up on stage or you're gonna play football in front of a crowd or whatever or anything like that, you're gonna do something that requires you. Even like if you're gonna get up in front of your class at school and present something on the board, like do a presentation, like anything you're gonna do in life, if you're not, how's the best way to say this? Like if you're afraid to fail, that's a good thing. Don't be afraid to fail. Being afraid to fail is a good thing. Being scared keeps you on your toes. You know what I mean? Being nervous keeps you on your toes. So don't be scared to fail. But I don't know. I don't really know. I know what I'm trying to say. I don't really know how to say it. It's difficult to explain. I'm saying, if you fail, don't let it get you down. Just get back on the horse and just carry on. But at the same time, don't see being afraid of like failure as a bad thing, because it isn't. It was one of your high school football games, had like 1,500 people. Oh my god, you got a penalty in front of everybody. You felt so humiliated. Did you miss your penalty? Oops. Bless her soul. You ever done anything like that, Ben? You ever performed in front of people in any capacity? Or presented something? Go. See, throw. Both so gold. It's a nice stadium, this, isn't it? don't know if you can see this on the stadium on the right. Where it says Titans on the right hand stand, it's 2 different shades of white on it. I don't know if you can really see it properly on Google Earth, like from an aerial view. You can see it better when you see a picture of the stand. And I've tried to replicate that myself using white wool and white concrete powder. It's a very subtle, like, change in colour that you wouldn't really notice from a distance. You'd only really notice if you saw it up close. Now I'm only really pointing it out because, like I said, I want to go for the authenticity, so I'm pointing it out to let you know that I've taken note of that and tried to implement it into the build that I'm making. I'll show you in a second. Oh, where is it? There it is. Like, if I showed you from here, you probably wouldn't notice it. Take a very good eye to notice it. Like, if I zoom in, you can actually see there's white wool here, and there's white concrete powder there. Like, it does it along all the layers. Just to add that little bit of shaded white to it, a little bit of depth to the colouring. Right, in the right light, pardon me, with the right lighting, it'd be noticeable. Sometimes I miss the days. I'll probably go for about 20 more minutes. I'm just going to reply to a message. Yeesh. You know the floodlights in the stadium? You can sort of see them on the back of the stand. They're like red, cagey sort of like mechanism things. I think there's 4 along each side. They remind me of Stadia or Real Betis, like the way that their floodlights are designed. I think it's a really, really nice look, to be fair. Sevilla is another one I've considered building. I remember when Built it. It's a very nice stadium. But Stadio Ramon Perez, I think it's called, something like that. It's a very nice stadium though. not too much left. Oh, I've got a cold. You're back. Welcome back, Ben. You good, mate? Oops. Early finishes, areas behind the net. The foundation level of them, at least. I think this is ground level as well, if I'm correct. What we're doing, it's all at ground level. Wi-Fi connections down? No, no worries, mate, no worries. All good. Yeah, so like the pictures beneath ground level. Like, I know these little side bits don't actually exist on the stadium. I can see that. I'll remove them later on. Now, I think the way that NFL stadiums are designed. One second, let me just get my water. I think the way that they're designed aren't like EU stadiums. You know, like EU stadiums have a tunnel at the side to come out of. I believe they have like one team comes out of that side and one team out of that side. I think that's like home, that's away or something. I think that's how we do it. Couldn't check it out later. I will do, mate. I will do. Don't really like reading private messages on stream if I can help it. My stream's crashed on my side. Hang on. Hang on, I think we're back. Yeah, we're back. Oh, I get so many notifications when I'm streaming. Like, my social media, just leave it out. Oh, I'm 144p again, hang on. On to plots. 193, I'd say we start. So we got 754, 443. Oh no, yeah, sorry, yeah. 7, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lots of 2. 3, 4, 5. We got Z. Oops. Let me do it again. A 2, a 1, a 2, a 1. Z. Double 1. Quadra Z. And 3 1s. And then quadra Z again. And double 1. Z. 1. How does that go? It goes 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's a 1. Now to repeat that on the other side. 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Z 2, 1, 2, 1. Z 1, 1. Quadra Z. 1, 2, 3. Quadra Z. 1, 2. Z 1. And then 1. Yeah, and now we repeat that at the other two sides. Ugh. Be right here waiting for you. 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Z 2, 1, 2, 1. Z 1, 1. Quadra Z. 1, 2, 3. See, I've already memorized exactly how the thing goes now. I'm not even looking at the screen now. Watch, I'm gonna be cocky here. Even though the terraces can be a pain. I'm gonna be really cocky here. I love showing off. Hang on. I'm gonna be really cocky. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go off of that. I'm just gonna do it. Watch. There you go. 7, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 5 twos. Z 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Z and 1, 1. Treble, quadra Z even. 1, 2, 3. Quadra Z. 1, 2. Z 1 and that. See? Cocky. So yeah, if I had World at it, these corners would be a walk in the park, mate. Ah, sorry. Water, mate, water. Right, no more being cocky. 195. Then we have 4, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, Z, 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 1, treble Z. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the treble Z. Yeah, the treble Z. 1, Z. I know you guys can't hear this, but I got Bon Jovi on. Your love, a bad name. Jeez. Other side. Hold on me when this is a prison you can break free. Oh, you're allowed to count. 2, 3, 2, 2. There's nowhere to run, and no one can shame me when damage is done. 2, 2, Z, 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 1, treble Z, and 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the 11th one, which now becomes the treble Z. And a 1, a Z. Worrying nails on your fingertips. Your very first kiss was your first kiss goodbye. I mean, these corners take ages, but you gotta believe in the process, haven't you? Like, you gotta remember when it's all said and done. When you look at it, it's gonna look great. You get love a bad name. Do it from the other side. You get love a bad name. So we have Z1 treble Z. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. Fuck. And you're to blame. You give love a bad name. Treble Z. 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 7. You give love a bad name. Do another couple of rows after these. In total, after this, we got another 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, 15, 17, 18, 20, 21, 23 in total after this. Like, 4 times over, so you know, in total it's not actually 23, it's actually more like 92, but you know, not doing them all now, so 2, 3, 2, double 2. Let the hell run away. That is your life, and that's all but easy to take. Ooh, she's run away. Sorry, that's 1 and treble Z. Yeah, I'm getting confused there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the 11th one. The 11th one obviously becomes treble 2. Yeah, treble Z, sorry, and a normal Z. Then, like that, water needed. Have a little bit of a sore throat still. internet's having a bit of a laugh today. Please? Oh my god, it's threw my head in. I'm sure I'll have missed some messages. Hang on. No, I haven't. My internet's having a bit of a laugh on my phone today. 197. Right, we have 8, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, and we have 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, Z, Z, 1, Z, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Z, 1, 2. Really? Yep, right. Side. One more chance, girl, I'll be there for you. Words I swear to you. 5, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, sorry. 3, 3, 2, and 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, and 2, Z, 1, wait, hang on, 2, Z, Z, 1, Z, right. And 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, Z, 1, 1. Yesterday. I'll be your wife. Three, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, Z, Z, 1, Z, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, Z, 1. Let me just reply to this message. I think I got one more left on this. Yeah. I wanna be the air for you. There for you. When I die for you. It's all from this life for you. Yo, what's good, Matt? How are we doing, mate? Where have you been? I sent you a message on Discord like a couple of days ago, but I ain't got no response, mate. Where have you been? Oh, I mean, I know you was at Wembley yesterday. Like, congratulations, by the way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fantastic victory for you. I really, really, really wish we could replicate that when we go in a few weeks, but we won't, will we? But you know, at least we're going. That's something. That's something, I guess. Let's enjoy the day out. But a massive 4-0 victory. They were 2-0 up after like 10 minutes. Throat still hurts from yesterday. You've been off Discord for a good few weeks. See, I don't keep up with like anything. Why? Why have you gone off Discord? Something happened. Your love is like bad medicine. Let's make sure I did that right. I did. Bad medicine. Right, 199. I had a bit in a rocky patch towards the start of last month, uni related. I remember you saying, I don't want to say it on stream in case you're not happy with people knowing, but I remember you said, so I can't remember even why you said it, but I remember you saying something about something to do with a project at uni and a deadline and last chance or something. How did that go, by the way? Everything okay on your uni front? Unless I'm just making that up, I might be. I don't even know. I might have just imagined that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your love is like bad medicine. Bad medicine is what I need. Oh, shake it up just like bad medicine. Right, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you got 7 in total. 4, 5, 6, 7. That becomes a treble 3, and then that becomes 1, 2. Z 1. Yes. 80 out of 100. That one was more concerning than the recent one, which was Malta 0. What? What do you mean Malta 0? Like you get Malta 0. You made some sort of major mistake or something. Oh, really? Is like bad medicine. Bad medicine is what I need. Oh, shake it up just like bad medicine. 4, 5, 6, 7. Medicine is what I know. Bad medicine. 8, 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, Z, 2, 1, 2, 1, Z, oops, 1, 2, Treble Z, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Triple Z, 1, 2. Oh, you know when you went to Altrincham the other day, and you were like, oh, I've been to Altrincham V1, blah, 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 blah. One every time you've been there, oh, we were going to go to Altrincham on that weekend, on the 25th. We were planning it, but for some reason, one of our group booked Barrow, and then we decided, because there's 3 of us that want to go to Altrincham, but one of them was going to Barrow anyway with somebody else, so we decided we'll do it at a different time. When I seen that you'd been, I'm like, oh, that would have been a weird coincidence, wouldn't it, if we bumped into you? It was one of the assignments affected when you went off a cliff back in December. Here is all. Once you got your head more or less level again, submitted nearly 2 months later. Oh, fair enough. So that's why it was marked at 0. Just a bit, yeah. Yeah, it'd have been a really weird one. It'd have been weird if I didn't bump into you, like, but it'd have been more weird if I was just like, oh, hi Matt, you're right. Do you know who Smith is, the YouTuber? The vlogger. I think he might have a podcast as well, to be honest. 2, 3, 4, Z. 2, 1, 2, 1, Z. 1, 2, triple Z. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No idea. Oh, it's got like 140,000 subs ish, give or take. We were on his Geisley video. You know, I'm gonna quickly show you. On the road, this guy. We were on his that one Geisley video. Literally, we're right there. I'm there, look, mate. It's me. Oh, hang on. There, mate, it's me. That's me. In the red hat. What's good, Brick Race? How we doing, mate? It's me in the red hat, mate. It was freezing that day. Absolutely freezing. Right into my head, he was talking about me. He's like, oh, they're packing up north. And I'm just stood there looking at the camera like, alright. I seen him filming when we were there, and I know who Smith is. Like, I've watched his channel for a long time, but like when I seen it, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I wasn't like, oh my god, it's Smith. I was like, oh. It's only when someone sent it to me, and I'm like, oh, I'm there. Hello. Yeah, you can't miss me. Aircraft warning light is a hat. Yeah, exactly. It's my Sheffield United hat, mate. It says, down on Shoreham Street where it is magnifique. Down on Shoreham Street where it is magnifique. I don't know how the rest of the song goes, but yeah, that's me. 139k it's got. It's me. Yeah, that was an interesting one. Alright, we've done all of those now. It's an interesting coincidence. We didn't know he was gonna Geisley. We made a decision when we had I think we had an international break. Or we had a free weekend or something. It might have been when the World Cup was on, actually, I think it was. I think it was like early December. Like, we made a decision, like, we're gonna go somewhere close by. Geisley's not too far, it's like an hour-ish, an hour and a half, something. So, jumped on a train to Leeds, jumped on another train to Geisley, went there. And we had a day out there. It was quite good, to be fair. I quite like Geisley. Definitely go again. Your Holy Ghost is. Look at that, mate. It's a big one, isn't it? Bolton weren't playing. We played on the Sunday, didn't we? You'll never go anywhere else if you are playing. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I think, unfortunately for us, since we're a Championship side and soon to be Premier League side, there's a fair few European grounds I want to tick off. But I think, unfortunately for me, gonna have to miss the odd Sheffield United game if I want to go to some of these stadiums. Like, the San Siro gets knocked down at the end of next season, doesn't it? I believe 2024. I believe it gets knocked down. So we do want to go to the San Siro, but unfortunately they'll be playing the same day that Sheffield United are playing. So, or on the same like weekend. So unless some miracle happens and then we get to go to a game when they're playing when we're not playing, we might have to miss a Sheffield United game to go. So I really want to go to the San Siro before it gets knocked down. Oosh. It's a big one, isn't it? Come on, you WM. Who's a WM? That's so hard. I think I'm dying. Can we get rid of clouds? Where the hell are clouds? I thought it was on here. On video. Clouds, yeah. Let's get rid of clouds while we have a look. You white men. Oh, are you a Bolton fan? Oh. I've been to Bolton a few times, to be fair. I've always liked going to Bolton. 9 times out of 10 we usually win at Bolton, one of the reasons I quite like it. But on the odd occasion we do lose, to be fair. I think usually we win, but we do lose the odd game. Probably more like 7 out of 10. Yeah, I think it's coming along nicely, isn't it? It's getting there. No, I don't mean I'm not lonely. I mean, obviously I got to put all them gangways in along the corners. And the stairs along the corners, but from what I can work out, looking at it, it looks like them stairs carry on from the middle tier anyway. Which they don't on the bottom tier, if you can see, but from the middle tier, they carry on in line with it. Which is a massive help, so it means I can just replicate by putting the stairs in the same place and putting the gangways like in the same sort of like direction. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like that. And I sleep on a bed of night. I wanna be Paddy McGuinness, mate. I heard he's got right long hair now, and he Paddy McGuinness. Patrick. Yeah, I think I'll probably call it there today. Oh, something I was saying earlier, Matt. A very subtle inclusion that I put into this stadium that you wouldn't notice unless you get close up. If you look from here, it's very. If you got really good eyes, you could see it, but it's actually very difficult to see. Do you notice anything about that Titans thing? Anything different? Specifically to do with the colour. I've always been a fighter, but without you, I give up. Sing a love song. Do you notice anything? Take a punt. NFL punt. Okay. It's not. Say it's not quite white. I mean, it is white, but there's 2 shades of white on it. It's a very subtle, like, hint between the wall and the concrete powder. Not something you notice from distance, but when you look at the like actual pictures of the stand, it looks like there's 2 different shades of white to it. Like there's a darker shade on the outside. You know, like how you have shadowing, like the black shadowing and whatnot. It's kind of like similar to that. It's just like a slightly darker shade of white on the outside. It's more light. It's more of a grey than it is a white, but it's like a very, very, very light grey. It's lighter than the grey wool and the grey concrete powder. So I didn't want it to look too like differentiating. Didn't want it to differentiate too much. Is differentiating a word? I don't know if it is. Yeah, this will be my first NFL stadium. Something different, isn't it? I wanted to do something different. But it's not just going to be an NFL stadium, it's also going to be, because they do use it for football as well, so it will also be a football stadium. Where you can see the orange blocks on the pitch, it marks out where the corners are on the football pitch. I made sure to make sure that a football pitch would also fit in it, which it will. Which is why I've got them marked out. So whenever I finish like the entire build, I can just replace it with a football pitch as well. I don't know what SummerSlam is, but it also hosts like events and concerts and stuff. I know we had a Taylor Swift concert there in the last couple of years. So it seems to be quite a popular venue. From what I hear, they're actually looking to WWE. I'm not really into wrestling. From what I understand, they are looking to knock it down and rebuild a new one, but it'd be a shame, really. It's quite nice. Looks really clean. Oh. I'm just loaded down. Baby, if you give me just one more try, I can lock up our dreams and narrow lights. Find a place where the sun still shines at night. Yes, well, I'm gonna call it there then. Oh, I forgot to back up my world. Hold on. Let me just back up my world. Be near forever. We just back this up. Always helps to have it. And yes, you did see that. I couldn't be asked to just start a new stadium, so I wanted to do it. Yeah, I've seen you done Chester. It looks really good. I wanted to do just like the outline of the ice hockey arena, so I'm going to cut all the pitch out around it so I can make it into a downloadable pitch thing. For anyone who wants to make ice hockey arenas. So I want to kind of branch out a bit on Minecraft and make different kind of arenas. Basketball, rugby, NFL, football, ice hockey, you know, that sort of thing. Might do a boxing arena or something at some point. Theatre or something, I don't know, just some different kinds of venues and stuff. I want to like sort of branch out and do some different kind of buildings as well. I've considered building Durham Cathedral, to be honest. Recently went to Durham when we went to Sunderland. Saw the castle and cathedral and they both look really, really nice. So I've considered if I can find where the fuck the United Kingdom is. Building Durham Castle, it's up here somewhere, and that's Newcastle. Middlesbrough, Durham. Durham Castle, not Castle, Cathedral. Durham Cathedral is just there. If you've ever seen Durham Cathedral, it looks very, very nice. Let's look from there, shall we? I believe Durham Cathedral is one of the venues that we filmed parts of Harry Potter in. So yeah, I kind of have plans to try and build something like that. I once built Notre Dame, like the front basis of Notre Dame, but I didn't finish the full thing. And this is way before I started building stadiums as well when I built that. So that's, I'm talking like maybe 10 years ago. So that's a very long time. It's Nantes. Where the fuck is Paris? There it is. Notre Dame is on the riverside, the River Seine. Side of the River Seine, the Accor Arena, I don't know what that is. It's on the side of the River Seine. It is. There's the Stade de France. Where the fuck is... It's massive, the River Seine. It's near the Eiffel Tower-ish. The Eiffel Tower is near the Parc des Princes, I believe. Not that one, the other one. I believe. If anybody has any clever ideas about where it actually is. Oh yeah, there's the Parc des Princes. Which means the Eiffel Tower is... Is it Grand Palais? Yeah, it is. I do know this, I think. The Eiffel Tower is... I have no fucking idea. The Arc de Triomphe. Massive fucking road leading up to it. I always thought the Eiffel Tower was down here, but it might not be. Contemplating doing the Lumen Field, yeah. What did it used to be called? The CenturyLink Field. Seattle Sounders. And T-Mobile Park. I'm not familiar with that one. Some stage, they're right next to each other. What is the Diva Stadium? When is it coming out on YouTube? You're not sure whether to do a video. Small size world. Won't be much terms of content. Just do a video anyway. Just add it to your portfolio. I've got a very small stadium that I did actually send you, but I've more or less just finished. And I'll do a video for it, but there won't be much to it. I'm just gonna search it. I'm just gonna search where Notre Dame is. Oh, it's right there. Oh, I wasn't far off. So yeah, like Parc des Princes is there. Not entirely sure where the Eiffel Tower is from here. It is close. Oh, but the Louvre. Well, the Eiffel Tower really isn't that far from there. It's a beautiful city, Paris, to be fair. Yeah, there's Notre Dame Cathedral. So I once built like the front portion of it, like this bit. I just love the design of like old cathedrals and stuff. I think they're very intricate and very like interesting to look at. Very distinctive buildings, aren't they? Which is why I have also considered building a Vatican City. I believe it's the biggest cathedral like in the world. I believe. Or one of them. In terms of like area, I think it is. Not in terms of size. Like the Vatican City itself, it's on country, I believe, and it's like its own province. But it's right there in the centre of Rome. It is huge, and it is very nice to look at. Another building I've also considered building, but I think if I was to build it, I'd want to build it as a partnership with someone else. I won't want to do it all on my own. I'd want to do it with a couple of people. I want to build Versailles, Royal Palace of France, which is just outside of Paris. Just there. Like, look at the size of that fucking thing. Jeez. I mean, the entire surrounding part to it as well is all part of the kingdom. It's not like housing and stuff. It's part of the actual kingdom itself. So you got the actual building itself with the gardens. And look at the size of the gardens. The gardens are absolutely enormous. And I would want to build it all. I wouldn't just want to build the building itself. I don't want to build the surrounding. It'd be like a big project. I want to do the surrounding gardens and the surrounding city around it and whatnot. You know, as the majority of it is part of the kingdom. It's not like private housing or anything. I think these down here are houses that people live in, but like these buildings right here on both sides and this side are all part of like the site itself, I believe. Like it's huge, but it's really lovely to look at. Now I can't even begin to imagine how difficult that must be to build on the inside. Like interior design. Exterior alone's fucking incredible. I once built something similar to this on a much smaller scale. But something I've always considered, you know, like each Minecraft builder sort of like used to build their own houses and stuff. I also always imagine building my own palace, kind of like based off of Versailles. I think I might just crack on with it one day. I might just start it. Probably start it from a bike out here because it looks like the easiest part to build. You just build that initial sort of like thing there. It's very similar on both sides. And then sort of expand around the bike, around these bits. Down the front, down this, that looks difficult. Down the gardens and whatnot. I might just crack on with it at some point. T-Mobile Park hosts baseball. Yeah, see, somebody asked me earlier if I'd ever do baseball, but I'm not really sure if I would. It's not really in my immediate plans. Be a couple of weeks before you got a chance to do anything. You got to your mum's today. Oh, nice, man, nice. Build that place with you. Got experience building a couple of stately homes. Oh, have you? Okay. What platform are you on? So I'm serious about it. Like, I definitely want to do something like this at some point. Like, if I've got serious like interest for people to do it with, I'm happy to see people and do it with them. Xbox One. Send me your thing on Discord. Yeah, you on Discord? My It's me on Discord if you need me. If you're in the gallery, yeah, just send me your Xbox thing. I'll add you in a little bit. Oh yeah, it's really complicated. For anyone who doesn't know, Ben's actually building the Toyota Stadium that I was once building. I had to stop building mine because my world got deleted, but it's very complicated to make, and it looks like he's struggling. He'll get it though. He's a very talented builder. I know he'll get it. I forgot to put the this out. I was gonna do a announcement for it. I forgot to do that. Yeah. Copy that link. I'll put an announcement in a minute for anyone who's interested. Right, anyway, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And I will catch you all very soon. Oh my goodness. Catch you all very soon. Have a good night, and see you guys soon. Goodbye.